I mean, no, that wasn't my terms. I searched bloody sores in both nostrils. Hey, we're Dudes in Space, back with another DNS Vidcast, where we take a random topic that is chosen by the random topic generator and talk about it.
I was going to say, it's chosen by you, but that's wrong.
That's not.
You don't choose
correct.
it.
You can suggest it.
You can.
But you can't choose it. The randomizer chooses it.
You can do that by going to patreon.com/dudesinSpace and giving us $5, and we'll put your topic on the list.
And that helps us to buy more Diet Dr. Pepper.
And Kofi.
Kofi?
I like Kofi.
I thought it was Coke, and then I realized it was coffee.
All right.
What are we talking about today?
Let's get our first topic. Road trips.
Road tripping. Like when you're walking on the road and
you trip over.
Yeah, you trip.
My mind went to drugs.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
When
like
you're doing some road.
tripping on the road.
You're out
just
there
on the road.
smoking a little bit of road.
Yeah.
Smoking the road.
Man.
Shooting up marijuana.
Shooting up some Marota, right?
Snorting alcohol.
Yeah. That's the best,
That's
man.
bad. Ooh.
Just go straight to butt chugging.
I was trying to think of the term.
That's it.
Dinner, everybody was butt chugging.
I don't.
Butt
is that a real
chugging
song?
USA. No.
Surfing?
Yeah.
You replace surfing with
Butt chugging.
All right. So road tripping. All right.
Yeah,
let's start
okay.
out. Longest road trip you've ever been on.
Dudes in space.
Yeah.
How far was that?
That was
from Memphis, Tennessee to
New York.
like
Oneonta,
1,400 miles.
New York.
Yeah. In one sitting.
That was 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it was one day of driving. 2 days of driving, I guess.
Right,
was definitely
3
2
day
days of
total,
driving,
though.
yeah. We left in the early morning.
Mm-hmm.
We got there in the late night of the next day.
Yeah.
And then we spent 12 hours of a day
Working.
the daylight doing things.
If you guys didn't know, this is when we went to hang out with JP of Healthy Junk Food.
Yeah.
He kind of gave us our first big boost.
Yeah, we got boosted by JP.
So,
And he reached out to us. He was like, "Hey, I like your channel. Can you guys help me out with some production stuff, and I'll try to help you all out." And we're like, "Absolutely, we'll just come up and do some videos with you. You couldn't possibly live that far away." And he's like, "No,
But he
just
did.
halfway across the United States."
well, funny story. Until we were about 2 hours away, we weren't sure what part of New York we were going to. So we kind of had to go 2 more hours east at one point.
I guess it was, I based it off of his Facebook.
Yeah, we
It said
stalked him
where
on
he
Facebook.
lives, and it was in Rochester.
That was where he used to live,
Heads
apparently.
up, that's not where he currently lived. Thankfully, though, he was still in the state of New York.
Yeah. And it's only about 3 hours across, so...
But yeah, that was okay. That was the longest road trip that I had ever done.
That barely qualifies for a road trip. I mean,
I think it counts as that we were on
we
the
were
road
on a road and
on
we
a trip.
had a trip, yeah.
Well,
But it was not in the spirit of the road trip.
no, not at all. But it was like it met the minimalistic, the minimum requirements of road
definitely,
trip. It was just 3 guys going to do something for fun.
Now, did you
Just crammed into a
go
very short
to St.
space of
Louis
time.
with us the last time we went? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was a road trip.
Yeah.
It
was a short road trip.
We made a stop, at least one stop on the trip.
Yeah, we did.
Lambert's Cafe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I think when we were there, like we were in St. Louis, but we had to go to a different city to go to Six Flags.
That's like a 4 hour or 3.5 hour one way trip.
Yeah.
So
we did a lot of
7 hours total. That was a road trip. But personally, the longest one I've been on, and by far my favorite, they don't know.
That's a good one.
I took 9 days, drove 4,500 miles, and just a quick mapped out here. Texas, New Mexico.
We started in Memphis.
Well, yes. Memphis, I guess Arkansas technically, went through a tip of Arkansas. Well, actually most of it when I went down. So, started in Memphis, Arkansas, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona.
Utah.
No, Las Vegas, Nevada next.
Oh, yeah.
Back to Arizona, then Utah, then Colorado, then I think I went straight into Oklahoma from Is that possible?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Oklahoma, back through Arkansas, back to Memphis. It was 9 days. We probably drove an average of 6-7 hours a day.
In a Toyota Yaris.
Yeah, Yaris. That was fun. But yeah, that was a great trip.
I viewed the pictures of those trips.
As you could do if you go to I think imgur.com/Joshardson.
Imgur?
Yeah, Imgur.
Yeah. How do you say that?
Imgur.
It's Imgur. I really don't
even know anymore.
That's one of those words that I've never heard.
I know that
pronounce.
it's spelled Imgur, but then I've been wrong about something else that I won't bring up.
Imgur.
Well, it's like imager.
Yeah, but there's
almost.
totally not enough
But
words
it's
for
like
that.
enough letters.
I thought it was image you are.
Sure.
Image you
Yeah.
are.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
Anyway.
Let us know in the comments below. Is it a good or is it a?
Hey, you know what?
We've
Actually,
gone on another road trip.
I'm going to skip that whole step. I'm going to put the link in the description below.
Okay.
Do it.
Do what you want.
Yeah, we've gone on a 12-hour road trip. We drove to Orlando.
Yeah, were you on that
I
one?
was on-
Phil was on
okay.
that. We rented an Expedition.
Yeah,
No, it was just
no.
a big Explorer.
Yeah,
A third row Explorer.
yeah.
And I slept in the trunk.
That trip was so long ago, I barely
That was
remember it.
5 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
was a
We
good
just
one.
went to Universal, right?
Yeah, we just went to Universal and came right back.
Oh yeah, because I never left the lot, and you guys were all mad that I wouldn't go get something to eat with you
Yep.
guys.
But you also
I'm just
I
saying,
also-
we don't have
you
a
had to
Del
edit some
Taco
photos
around
or
here.
something.
So,
I still never eaten at a Del Taco.
I mean, it's not like... Go to it if there's one close by. Don't
Don't drive 11 hours to go to one.
Yeah.
It's not like a Jack in the Box.
All right, so
Oh, it's no Jack in the Box. Let me tell you.
Let's talk about road trip protocol.
I think for a road trip, you have to...
You start out early in the morning. You go to Walmart
I
first
love-
thing, or Walgreens.
I usually end up going to Walgreens first thing in the morning. I don't like doing it because it always puts you 30 minutes behind schedule.
Gas station's the worst.
I usually gas up the night before, yeah. But definitely start as early as possible.
Yeah.
Because you can drive that first 2 or 3 hours in the dark and it just goes away. Like it never happened.
I feel like the best time to start is 4:30. Because
That's a little too early for me.
No. Because what happens is you're gonna be 30 minutes behind, no matter what. So that means you end up leaving the house at 5:30, and you're on the road.
I think being on the road at 5:30 or 6 is about right for me.
Yeah.
Because that means getting up at 4. Ooh, man, those mornings are always really rough. But again, you're excited. Once the daylight comes up, you're re-energized again. So
Yeah.
you kind of forget about getting up that early.
You also, I
And
think, it
usually
makes
you're
you
in another
lose.
state by then too.
That's true.
It makes you lose your perspective of time too. So it kind of throws it off balance, so you can't judge it properly. So maybe it makes it seem like it's going a little bit faster.
All right, music. What's your music situation on a road trip?
It really depends, because sometimes I'm driving a long distance by myself.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, I'm definitely going to be hitting up a podcast or a book or something that's conversational, like maybe like a comedy album or something like that.
I like doing that when it's just me and maybe my wife, but when there's a lot of people in the car,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's a lot of people, I think...
I think you need
gotta
music
get a
at that
mixtape
point. Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, maybe even let the whole bus put some songs on.
Is there an app yet that lets you all throw into a playlist?
Yeah,
guess
Spotify.
Spotify
It'll
does
let you do
it.
that?
Yep, you can
Even
have
without a
group,
Wi-Fi connection?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can have group playlists or something like that. I think every music player has that.
I've never taken
function now.
advantage of that.
But Spotify definitely has the best social
Usually,
platform.
for me, I know on the really long road trip I went on, I had a classics playlist that's mostly classic rock, but it also has some old pop and stuff in there too. But that was just the biggest thing that I could just set and not worry about. And that is good road tripping music most of the time.
We do books usually.
Yeah,
Me and my
man, that would
girlfriend.
bore me to death. I couldn't do it. I'd probably fall asleep, run off the road, and die.
If
got
I'm
really-
with other people, I would be mad because everybody else would be either talking or distracting me
Yeah,
from the book.
that's true too.
So that I can't do that because I'm shut up. I'm listening to the book.
Speaking of my classics playlist, we did a mini road trip when we were in LA. the first time. We kind of went up past Hollywood, came back down through Malibu and that stuff.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
And it was, I feel like there were 3 songs that matched up with like roads we were on. Like Ventura Highway, I know was the one that stands out. Yeah. But there were like 3 things and it was really bizarre. Yeah. I'd never really thought about those specific locations until I was there.
The first time that I've been to California a lot as a child, but I had never gone as an adult until we recently went the first time a couple years ago. And I remember like one of the first things that happened was we were listening to the radio. We were listening to the big radio station, KRQ.
Sure, that sounds right.
And
K-Rock or whatever.
And that Red Hot Chili Pepper song came on.
Californication?
No. The old one.
The
Give it away.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have. And I'm like,
that's not the Under the Bridge.
That's about this. Like, that's what they're talking about right now. This place that we're at. It was a really cool feeling.
Yeah.
And you can only experience feeling like that on a road trip.
That's true. Last thing on road trips, food.
Oh man,
gas station it up, right?
Yeah, the
entire
worst thing.
It gives you
nothing but jerky and a sweet snack and a pop.
I think you're trying to have most calories taken in. Most calories taken in versus least calories burned is what your goal for a road trip.
Man, I've got to sit down for the next 6 hours.
I better eat 2 bags of beef jerky, 3 bags of chips, and 4 Rockstar energy drinks.
Oh man, if it doesn't stink up my car, I better not even bother getting it.
I do like to load in drinks if I plan it out well enough. Because that gets expensive, buying like $2 sodas at every stop.
Yeah.
So I will take a cooler with a lot of drinks, especially like on that 9-day trip I did.
Yeah.
I
especially
like to
if you're drinking energy drinks and stuff like that, because at the gas station you're getting hosed.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of that Red Hot Chili Pepper song. The name of it.
I don't ever wanna feel
like I did that day.
Take me to the place I love.
Take me all the way.
Do we have to pay Red Hot Chili Peppers now?
No, we didn't sing 30 seconds of it.
What about your food? What do you like to do? You just like to not eat at all? Just power through?
I try to do that, but usually I stop at a gas
station
sandwich.
Or Pringles. Get some Pringles.
Oh, Pringles on the road is fantastic.
I'm not a big fan.
I would say Pringles in the air is the best.
I will say that the only time I ever eat corn nuts is on a road trip. They're never good, but something about a road trip, I've had everything else that a gas station offers.
Josh is just like, man, I really wish my teeth were shattered right now.
But yeah, that's the only time I ever eat corn nuts.
I like sunflower seeds.
That's so messy on a road trip. Yeah. Do you eat the whole thing?
I try. I usually try.
Seems like
going back to music and this
bloody colon.
I don't know if this really counts as a road trip, but I used to commute between a town about an hour and a half away and Memphis 3 or 4 times a week, and I think there was a month straight where I would listen to The Dance from Fleetwood Mac, the live album, like there and back every time, and I had it timed like perfectly where I would arrive as the album ended. That was a cool thing for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's about as good as my life's gotten.
No, sorry. All right, let's go on to the next topic.
Next topic is...
Worst date?
Worst date.
This was a suggestion from Paul Allen.
Paul Allen, you really think we get lots of dates?
Well, let's see. I've got 2 to choose from.
Oh, man, worst date. All right, so are we talking just the worst experience overall that you've ever had on a date? Or are you talking about, like, the worst date part, like you showed up for a date and it was just the worst?
I think it's a whole experience.
Yeah.
That's what you're going for here.
I don't think it's necessarily a first date either.
No.
It can be whatever.
Just worst any date.
I think I know a few people that I have to avoid because they might watch this video.
Hey, you don't have to say names. That's definitely not recommended. I think you can be general and it doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm going to need to think about it.
Oh, I got a
You
good
got one?
Yeah, I
Go
got a
ahead.
pretty good one.
Lay it down.
So I met this girl on the internet. Turns out she was from another country.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
I've heard stories of this.
I didn't know if I was going to be meeting up with a serial killer.
I went
so
on that date.
I asked Travis to go with me on this date. And it turns out
I was filled.
She was a
muscle.
serial killer?
she
was
just
lovely.
didn't. She was great. She was awesome. She was gorgeous. But I couldn't understand any words that she said, and she had a curfew.
No, not many, ink word.
Was it like that all night?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds.
We would
pretty
just be in
terrible.
casual conversation, and then she would just zone out.
That was the first time that I was ever introduced to the word au pair,
Yeah.
and I just assumed she was saying a Spanish word, and so I'm like, what au pair? Like, tell me what that means, you know? Could you explain that to me? She's like I watch the people.
Probably not a good idea to do accents ever. Just gonna throw that out there.
That's accurate.
So anything
It's
else,
not-
or that
not
was just it was just
it
frustrating.
It was a very frustrating
Okay.
thing. I couldn't obviously I couldn't keep that up.
Yeah.
So that was the worst, just because it was so
It was awkward.
yeah, very, that's the word. It's very awkward.
I was there on Bill's date. Sitting across the table from the two lovebirds that haven't spoken in the past 10 minutes.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, so I have this tendency to push negative things out of my head. If I don't enjoy an experience, I try to get as far away from
Yeah,
it as
I
possible.
would say I would do the same thing.
So I'm having a tough time thinking of a bad date. Because usually I feel like if something's going south... Oh, I've got one.
Oh, there it is.
I've got one. It was... Okay. Okay.
All right,
Okay, I got this.
let's hear it.
Because what I was gonna say was typically I can either switch it or like cut it off before it gets so bad that it would be a bad day. You know, I can bail with a good enough. You know.
And now, when you bail, do you bail gracefully or do you just disappear?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what? You're dying?
Work,
Oh no,
work. Sorry, dying at work.
I will say, I'll admit I have used work before.
Yeah.
Work has gotten me out of a few sticky situations. Or potentially sticky situations. Okay, now, here's my date. I had known this girl for a while. This is years and years ago, much younger. And I think I was 23, 24. And she was 21 in my head. 21 in my head. So I'm like, cool, we'll go out, we'll do something.
17 in reality.
No. Oh, I wish. 12, no, just kidding.
How old are you?
I was 23,
Okay.
I think. I don't
think
remember
that
for
still
sure.
crosses the line.
No, yes, it does. So I take her to Young Avenue Deli, which is a place where you can go see a live band, have some beer. It's a nice little place in Memphis.
I take it she was not of age.
She made it in the door.
Okay.
But once we got to the bar to get the beer, which I just ordered, and then I'm like, boom, my ID, and she's like, and the server asked for her ID, and she's like, I'm 20. So we had to leave at that point.
Did you down the
Because
two beers first?
I didn't even get them. No. So we leave. So this is stupid, like awkward. Okay, so maybe we'll go somewhere else and get dinner. So I take her downtown, and we go. I don't remember what restaurant we went to. It was very forgettable.
Yeah.
Somewhere downtown. I don't even think Aldo's was there yet. So I don't know where I'd take her. This is taking some time. I'm sorry. Let me speed it up. All right. So where I parked my car was on in a parking garage. At the very top of the parking garage, we go to get in the car after having kind of a sour date. And as we get in the car, they're doing fireworks over at the at AutoZone Park for the baseball game. So I'm like, this is nice. We're up on the roof. We're alone. This maybe I shouldn't have written it off so early on. And so literally this happens. I'm like, literally, this written down. I go, wow, this is kind of nice. There's fireworks, huh? And she goes, oh, I hate fireworks. And I'm like, yeah.
Open the car.
It's like, yeah, let's call it a night. We'll see you later. I mean, it's not a terrible date. It was just kind of useless.
Yeah. Those are the worst, though, when you just waste your time completely.
But just imagine if the date would have went great. Like, if you would have been involved, you would have been having a good time. If we would have been hitting it off, you get up to the rooftop and there's freaking fireworks going off. Like, you're in. That's a good date. You're having a good time. You're providing good, positive experiences for people. And you're going to get some booty.
But she didn't like fireworks.
She's not a fan of the fireworks, turns out. Maybe PTSD or something. I
can't blame her for not liking fireworks. I'm pretty just like unimpressed by fireworks myself.
I like fireworks.
It's exploding chemicals.
But you've seen it once.
You just
hadn't seen a Star Wars fireworks show at Disney World.
And I've seen Disney fireworks.
Hold on, so like, oh man, this is great.
Is that Darth Vader?
Pah!
They were playing
the music. It's a stormtrooper. It's gone. Okay, it was a fiery stormtrooper, gone forever.
I have another one if you want to hear it.
Yeah, because I don't really have one, so go ahead.
You don't have. That's just
take us out.
All of Josh's dates have been.
No, it's not that. It's just I've never really dated, honestly.
I'm sure I had a bunch of awkward middle school and high school dates.
I didn't date.
Let me give you an awkward date with my current girlfriend.
Sure.
We went. This was a really weird thing where I was gonna take her out on a date and then something else jumped into the middle of it. And I was like, "Well, you want to go with me?" No.
Okay. Good.
Stop inviting people on your dates, Phil.
I was gonna take her out to dinner this Friday night or Saturday night, and somebody asked if I would help take pictures at a charity event. I was like, well...
You tried to...
Oh, that! I've seen those pictures.
I was like, well, okay, I was like, do you want to go with me on this? Otherwise we have to, totally rearrange our date.
Who can't say no.
And it became the most awkward experience of my life.
Oh, man.
Led by a Russian model. And I was taking pictures the whole night. Sarah ended up getting roped into making arts and crafts with children, and it was just the night ended with this model saying, "Do you want to get into my car and I'll drive you guys back to your apartment?" And we're like, "No, we're good. I think we'll Uber." Right. It started off with we had to go find this one guy and get in his car. I didn't even know the guy.
Phil ain't about getting in folks' cars.
No, obviously. All right, well, those are our stories.
I bet you, the viewer, our friend, have some good comments to tell stories of your awful, awful dates.
Yeah. One quicker way to say that is if you've got a bad date story, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, that's so impersonal.
And if you would like to suggest a topic, go over to patreon.com/dudesinspace. Click the $5 suggest a topic button and tell us what you want to see.
Cool.
Because patreon.com/dudesinSpace/money.
Not Dudes in Space. That's not correct.
Dudes in Space. That's
Space.
Definitely a porn website. Don't go there.
Place.
All right, we'll see you in the future.
Bye.
How did we get it in under 30 minutes? It didn't go off.
Shut off.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. New videos come out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Check out some of these sweet videos. Go to patreon.com/dudesinSpace if you'd like to give us your support.